Once again, good morning to all. Let us have today's studies. What we are going to study today, we will study social studies and chapter number 16. The name of the chapter is Our Earth and the Solar System. We had done one part of this chapter, do you remember? Okay, first part is over and today I am with the second part of chapter number 16. We are studying about the earth and the solar system, right? We are moving ahead to see the contents of today's class. What we are going to learn today, have a look here, the solar system, origin of the solar system, planets in the solar system and the moon. These are the four topics we are going to cover in today's class. You are ready? I'm also ready, so we are moving ahead with the first topic, the solar system. What is solar system? Have a look. The sun, 8 planets, more than 100 satellites, millions of asteroids, meteoroids and countless comets make up the solar system. These many things we have completed in the first part. We learned about galaxy, we learned about the universe, satellites, asteroids, then stars, constellations, planets, comets, meteors. These many things were covered. You know what are they? And these many things are a part of the solar system. Our solar system has the sun as a center, then 8 planets, satellites, asteroids, meteors, then comets. These many things make the solar system. The sun is at the center of the solar system. All the planets revolve around the sun. Sun is at the center, then all these planets are revolving around the sun. Look at the picture of the solar system. This is what the picture of the solar system. You can see sun as its center, then all the planets are revolving around the sun. There are meteors, stars are there. You can see this is what the space actually looks. Okay, we are moving to the sun. We will discuss about the sun. What is sun? Sun is a medium sized star. We heard in the previous part that stars are very bigger in size and our sun is a medium sized star. It is 109 times the diameter of the earth and weighs about 3,33,000 times as much as the earth. See how much big it is. When we compare the sun and the earth, we came to know that it is 109 times diameter, whatever the diameter of the earth, into multiplied by 109. That is what the diameter, that much big it is. And what the weight, it has the weight as almost equal to the earth. Okay, it is made almost entirely of hydrogen and helium. These are the two most important components of the sun. Its interior is heated by nuclear reactions to temperature of 15 million degrees Celsius. How hot, you cannot imagine even. That much interior is that much hot is the interior of the sun. Why it is? Because there are nuclear reactions in the interior of the earth. Got it now? And this hydrogen and helium are the lightest gases in the universe, and the sun is made up of these two lightest gases in the universe. Have a look. This is what the sun. It is just like a fire, you can see, isn't it? Burning. Why it seems as burning? Because of the effect of nuclear reaction, it produces heat. It is having very high temperature. Moving ahead now to the sun and the planets. We will learn about the sun and the planets now. 8 planets, namely Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, revolve around the sun. That names you know. These are the 8 planets in the solar system and these planets revolve around the sun. Sun is at the center and all these planets revolve around the sun. Okay. And there is an interesting thing. What is that? All the planets except the Earth are named after the Roman gods. All the other planets, there are 8 planets, and except Earth, all the 7 are named after the Roman gods. Have a look here for the photograph once more. The solar system, sun at the center, and you can see the 8 planets also. Okay. Now we will learn about the 2 types of planets. There are these 8 planets can be divided into 2 types. What are they? Inner planets and outer planets. These are the 2 types of planets in the solar system. The inner planets are also called terrestrial planets because they are dense rocky bodies consisting mainly of iron and rock. Got it now? The inner planet means the planets nearer to the sun. They are known as inner planets, and they are also known as terrestrial planets. Why? Because they are dense rocky bodies consisting mainly of iron and rock. Okay, they are dense, they have the rocky surface. They are comprised of rocky surfaces, mainly of iron. Clear? Have a look now. These 4 are the inner planets. You can name them. It is written Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. These 4 planets are called as inner planets. So what is the next one? Outer planet. Outer planets are big in size and have large satellite families. The remaining 4 planets are known as outer planets, and they are very big in size. Then they have large number of satellites. Okay, then they are composed of hydrogen, helium, ammonia and methane. These 4 gases are known as gas giants. The outer, all the 4 outer planets are made of gas giants. What are the gas giants? Hydrogen, helium, ammonia and methane. Okay, and these 4 planets rotate very fast and have a dense atmosphere. These, what are the features? Number 1, they are big in size, they have large satellite families composed of the giant gases, and they rotate very fast. They have very dense atmosphere. Have you understood now? Now see the pictures. These 4 are the outer planets. What are they? Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. These are the 4 outer planets. You have come to know the types of planets. Moving ahead to the next topic, that is orbit. What is orbit? All the planets revolve around the sun in long elliptical paths, and this path is called the orbit. I'll show you the picture also. You can see some dots have been there. A path has been made for all the planets. For Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, you can see a path has been made, and it is supposed that all these planets revolve around the sun. They move around the sun on these paths. And what is the shape? Elliptical path. Okay, and these elliptical path in which the planets revolve around the sun is called as orbit. All the planets revolve around the sun in its orbit, in their own orbits. They don't change their way. Okay, moving ahead to the origin of the solar system. Let us discuss now how the solar system was originated. There may be some reasons for its origin. Have a look now. Scientists believe that the solar system has been formed from a rotating disk of hot gases and cosmic dust called nebula. What do we believe about, what do we know about the origin of the solar system? It is believed that it is formed from a rotating disk of hot gases and cosmic dust, and this rotating disk of hot gases and cosmic dust is called as nebula. See this picture. Here you can see that hot gases are rotating and an elliptical shape has been formed. It is very clear here in the next picture. As the time passed, this gases came closer to each other. Then gradually the different planets, satellites, comets and the solar system have formed. It is believed by the scientists. Okay, here you have to learn the definition of nebula. What is nebula? The rotating disk of hot gases and the cosmic dust in the universe is called as nebula. Okay, and this you can see in the picture that as the vast cloud of gas and dust spun and cooled material was drawn into the center. See, the first and the second picture. From the first picture, you can understand that they are in a vague form. But when you come to the second picture, you can come to know that the cooled material was drawn into the center, and the center became denser and hotter and began generating energy by nuclear fusion. At the same time, due to the huge force of gravity, the rest of the material near the sun came together to form the dense inner planets, while the cooler outer regions combine with rock, metal, and gas to form the outer planet. This is what the story behind the origin of the solar system. Okay, they came closer as the time passed by. The cool material was drawn into the center. Then the center became denser and hotter. Then began generating energy by nuclear fusion. That became the sun. You can see in the second picture a red spot. That gradually it became the sun. Now the sun has a gravity. That gravity attracted the remaining some of the remaining gases towards it, and the four inner planets are formed. The cooler materials stayed away from it, and gradually those outer planets also have been formed. This is what the origin of the solar system. Okay, we are moving to discuss the planets of the solar system. What are the planets that you know? First one is Mercury. You know that there are 8 planets. We will learn about each and every planet now. First one, Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the Earth. Sorry, it is the closest planet to the Sun. It is the fastest orbiting planet, getting around the Sun in only 88 days. And it means that a mercurial year is of only 88 days. It is nearer to the Sun, so it takes very less time to orbit the Sun. Its 1 year means only 88 days. Clear now? It takes 58.6 days to complete one rotation. Our Earth takes 24 hours to take one rotation, but Mercury takes 58 days to complete one rotation. Earth takes 1 year. What is 1 year? 364 days and 365 days. Earth takes 365 days to complete one revolution, but Mercury takes only 88 days to complete one revolution. Okay. Since it takes 58.6 days to complete one rotation, a mercurial day means 59 times as long as ours. 1 day is equal to 24 hours into 59. That is what 1 day for Mercury, and it takes very less time to complete one revolution. Temperature ranges from -180 at night to 430 degrees Celsius during the day. Okay, 180 degrees Celsius at night, very cold at night, but very hot during the day. When the sun starts shining, it becomes hotter and hotter, and it reaches up to 430 degrees Celsius during the day. And its surface is pocketed by craters. As you can see in the picture, you can see craters on the surface of the Mercury. What are craters? Holes made on the surface are known as craters. Okay, so we are moving ahead to the next planet now. What is that? Second one is Venus. What are the features? It is the brightest object in the sky after the sun and the stars. Okay, second one is the Venus, the second planet from the sun, and it is the brightest object in the sky after the sun and the moon, and it is also called as evening star. Is it? It is also called as evening star. Why it is known as evening star? Because it can be seen in the evening just after the sunset. This planet is visible just after the sunset. That is why it is called as evening star, and it is the hottest planet in the solar system with a surface temperature of more than 470 degrees Celsius. Its cloudy atmosphere is a thick mixture of carbon dioxide and sulfuric acid. it has atmosphere. This atmosphere is a mixture of carbon dioxide gas and sulfuric acid. Its temperature is more than 470 degrees Celsius. It is the hottest planet in the solar system. It has a unique feature. What is that? It rotates backward. That is it. That is what its uniqueness. Backward means east to west. All the planets are rotating from west to east, but Venus is the only one planet which rotates backward from east to west, and its day lasts for 243 Earth days, longer than its year, which lasts only 225 days. One day of Venus means 243 Earth days. 1 year of Venus means only 225 days. It means that it has longer days than the year. Okay. And it does not have any moon. Venus doesn't have any moon. This is a photo of moon. Okay, the brightest object in the sky after the sun and the moon, known as evening star, hottest planet, and it rotates backward from east to west. Right? Moving to the third one. What is the third planet from the sun? It is our planet, that is the Earth. Earth is the fifth largest planet in the solar system. Don't forget it. Okay. Earth is the fifth largest planet in the solar system. It is made of rock with a core of iron and nickel. I told you when I taught you the inner planets that these inner planets are made of core. I told you, iron and rock. So okay, so the core of the earth is found in the core of the earth we find iron and nickel, and it takes about 365 days to orbit around the sun. It appears bright blue from the space. Why the earth appears blue? You know that it is also known as blue planet, no? Why the earth is known as blue planet? Because it appears blue in color in the space. Why does it appear blue in color? Because of the huge water bodies on its surface. There are a large number of oceans, and large area of the earth is covered with ocean. 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with ocean. That is why it looks blue from the space, and it got the name blue planet. Okay. Presence of air, water and suitable temperatures make the earth a unique planet which has life on it. Earth is only one planet which has life because we have all the conditions suitable for the existence of life. Atmosphere, water, air, these are the essential things for the survival of human beings, and earth has these many conditions, suitable conditions. This is what our earth. Okay, you can see different colors. Blue indicates water bodies, then you can see plain lands, mountain regions, ice covered areas, right? Okay, then green means they are vegetated region, cultivated regions. Okay, what is this picture? It is a picture of the earth and the natural satellite moon. Okay, this is how our earth and moon look from the space. Moving ahead to the next one. What is next planet? It is Mars, the fourth planet from the sun and the only planet that has atmosphere with daytime temperature close to the earth. It is the only planet in the solar system which has some similarity with the earth. What is that similarity? It has atmosphere and it has daytime temperature nearer to that of the earth. Okay, as common as of the temperature, daytime temperature of the earth, that is common for earth and Mars. Okay, also called a red planet. Why it is known as a red planet? Do you know? Because it looks red in color. Why is it red in color? Because it is rusty red color. It has developed its rusty red color, and that is why it is known as red planet, and it spins on its axis on once every 24.6 hours, rotates. It takes 24 hours and 6 minutes to complete one rotation. Therefore, it has a day equal to the earth Earth also takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. So there are some similarities between Earth and the Mars. It takes 687 days to complete its orbit, but the duration of year is different for Earth and Mars. Earth takes 365 days to complete one revolution, but Mars take 687 days to complete one revolution. And Mars has two tiny moons. There are two small moons with Mars. What are they? Phobos and Deimos. These are the two moons of Mars. Have a look. This is what Mars, looking red and also known as red planet, and this is what the surface of Mars. You can see the scientific expeditions on the Mars. This is what the surface of Mars look like. Clear now? Okay, moving ahead to the fifth one. Which is the fifth one? Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet. It is the biggest planet in the solar system, and it has a giant red spot on its surface, a huge red spot on its surface. Clear now? Its surface is made mostly of helium and hydrogen. That may be the conditions of that planet which has made red spot on its surface. Clear? It has 60 moons. Earth has only one moon, but Jupiter has 60 moons, of which Ganymede is the largest one. Ganymede is the largest moon of Jupiter, and Jupiter spins on its axis once every 9.8 hours. That is known as Jupiter's day. How much time does it take to complete one rotation? Only 9 hours 8 minutes. Very fast. It has a very fast rotation. Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation, but Jupiter takes only 9.8 hours to complete one rotation, which is known as Jupiter's day. See the picture, you can see a red spot also. This is what the planet of Jupiter, and the second one indicates the planet along with its moons. Okay, moving ahead to the next planet. What is that? Saturn. This is the second biggest planet in the solar system. Saturn is the sixth one from the sun and second biggest planet in the solar system. It is 815 times as big as the Earth. Very big as the when we compare to the Earth, and it revolves around the sun in 29.5 years. It takes 29.5 years to complete one revolution. It is one of the fastest spinning of all the planets, rotating in just 11.5 hours. It also rotates very fastly. Only 11.5 hours is needed to complete one rotation. And what is the speed of rotation? Do you know? It is 10,000 km per hour. It is also one of the fastest rotating planet in the solar system. Strong winds are there which swirl around its equator. In the equatorial region of Saturn, strong winds are there, and it is made almost entirely of liquid hydrogen and helium. These winds, they are made of liquid hydrogen and helium. Then it has rings which are made of ice, dust and tiny rocks. Saturn has rings, and these rings are made of ice, dust and tiny rocks. Okay, this is what the biggest attraction of Saturn, the unique feature of Saturn. And do you know how many moons are there? More than 60 moons are there for Saturn, of which Titan is the second largest in the solar system. Titan is a moon of Saturn, and that is the second largest moon in the solar system. Have a look now to the photo. Saturn with its rings, and these are some of the moons of Saturn. I told you more than 60 moons are there. I could not show all the moons here, but the important moons have been shown here. Okay, moving ahead to the seventh one. Which is the seventh planet from the sun? Uranus. Uranus is the third largest planet in the solar system. Take care. It is the third largest planet in the solar system, and it was discovered by Herschel, an English astronomer, in the year 1781. It has a tilt at an angle of 98 degree. It is tilted in the space so that it seems to roll around the sun. It seems to roll around the sun like a huge bowling ball. Okay, and it takes about 84 years to complete its orbit. It takes, because it is far away from the sun, so it takes much more time to complete one revolution. It has 27 moons. The important ones are Ariel, Umbriel, Titania, Oberon and Miranda. These are the larger and important moons of the Uranus, and it has an icy atmosphere made of hydrogen and helium. We could see that most of the planet's surface have been made with hydrogen and helium, the light gases. Then its surface is an icy cold ocean of liquid methane. The surface of atmosphere is made of hydrogen and helium. Surface is made of icy, this cold ocean of liquid methane, and it has very faint set of rings. This planet also has rings. This is what Uranus, and this is what the ring of Uranus. Okay, moving ahead to the eighth one, the last planet, the farthest planet from the solar system. What is that? Neptune. Neptune is the fourth largest planet of the solar system and eighth planet out from the sun. Do you know when was it discovered? It was discovered in the year 1846 by two mathematicians. Who were they? One was from England, and he was John Couch. John Couch Adams of England and Urbain Le Verrier of France. These two mathematicians discovered this planet in the year 1846. It is very far from the solar system. It is the eighth planet in the solar system. It is very far away from the sun. So its orbit lasts nearly 164.8 Earth years. It takes 164.8 Earth years to complete one revolution. Okay, and it has a surface of icy cold liquid methane and an atmosphere of hydrogen and helium. I told you for the Uranus, no? Just as of Uranus, it has atmosphere and surface. What is the atmosphere made of? Light, hydrogen and helium. And what is the surface made of? Liquid methane. And do you know how many moons are there? It has 8 moons, and out of these 8 moons, Triton is the largest one. This Neptune also has a dark spot like the Jupiter, where storms whip up swirling clouds. This planet Neptune also has a dark spot just like the Jupiter, and in the dark spot storms are there. Have a look now to the dark spot and the planet of Neptune. This is the planet of Neptune and its moons. Moons are also orbiting the planet. Okay, so moving to the next topic. What is the next topic? The moon. Now we are going to learn about the moon. It is the only natural satellite of the earth. I told you it orbits the earth in 27.3 days. How much time the moon takes to complete one revolution around the earth? That is 27.3 days. It is the brightest object in the night sky. The moon is the brightest object in the night sky. Can you tell me, does the moon has its own light? No, it does not have its own light, but it reflects the light of the sun. So it is visible only in the night sky. In the daytime, we cannot see the moon. Are you getting me? Okay, this moon is 3,84,400 kilometers away from the earth, and only 25% of the size of the earth. Okay, and it spins around once on its axis in every 720 hours. Moon has rotation and revolution. For revolution around the earth, it takes 27.3 days, and for rotation, it takes 720 hours. Clear now? Okay, then always you know that we can see the one side of the moon. Do you know why is it so? It is because the moon spins around on its axis at exactly the same speed of the earth. The speed of the earth and the moon to rotate, that is exactly same. That is why We can always see only one half, one side, one part of the moon. Clear now? And the speed of rotation and revolution of the moon is almost same. Okay, now see the picture. This is what moon, how beautiful it is. You can see craters also on the moon, right? We will learn about the atmosphere of the moon now. Moon doesn't have any atmosphere. Moon does not have any atmosphere. Its surface is simply white dust pitted with craters which are created by the meteor smashing into the moon. No atmosphere, but simply white dust surface with craters. I showed you the craters on the moon now. How these craters have been formed? When the meteorites smashed into the surface of the moon, these craters, these holes have been formed. See the picture? The astronaut on the moon. Okay. And the crater also is visible. This is what the surface of the moon. This is what the moon. Okay, the shining object at the night sky. This is what it. Moving ahead to some more factors, some more features of the atmosphere. Its surface has dark patches earlier called as seas. In the first picture you saw some dark patches. No, these dark patches were earlier they were known as seas, but actually are they seas? Is there any water there? No, there is no water. They are actually the lava flown from the ancient volcanoes. These craters where the meteorites smashed into it, they had filled with the lava. There is no water or there is no air on the surface of the moon. And see the picture, very clearly it has been told, this is what the surface of the moon. Craters are there. Clear? No water and no air. Clear? Right. Moving ahead to one more topic. What is that? Phases of the moon. We will learn about phases. You might have learned it in junior section, no? What are the phases of the moon? As the moon revolves around this earth, its shape seems to change every night, and that is known as the phases of the moon. Only we can see the varying amounts of its sunlit part. That is known as phases of the moon. You see, when the moon revolves around the earth, the shape may be changed every night. The shape, yesterday's shape will not be seen today or tomorrow. That changes from day to day. And why it is so? Because of its rotation, revolution and varying the difference in the amount of the sunlight it gets. Its sunlit part is different, and that is why we can find the moon in different shapes, and these different shapes of the moon are called as phases of the moon. Have a look here in this picture. From the first you can see very small one part is visible, then that part visible increases, right? First day, then second day increase, third day increase, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth day. Eighth day completely visible, right? Ninth day also major part is visible. Now it decreases and finally only smaller area, smaller part of the moon is visible. So this is known as these different shapes of the moon is known as the phases of the moon. And these phases follow a definite cycle from the new moon to the full moon and then back to new moon. It starts with the new moon, completely dark, nothing is visible. Okay, then to the full moon, then back to new moon. The moon goes through all these phases once every 29.5 days. It takes 29.5 days to complete this cycle. Clear? So we have completed the chapter. Have a revision now. What did we learn today? We learned about the solar system, origin of the solar system, planets in the solar system and the moon. I think there is no doubt remaining. When in both the parts, what did we learn? We learned about the universe as a whole. We have learned that there are galaxies, then planets, constellations, stars, meteors, asteroids, comets, solar system. Earth is a planet in the solar system. We saw the origin of the solar system and we learned about the moon, the natural satellite of the earth. Clear now? Lesson is over. If there is any doubt, don't hesitate to talk to me, right? I'm going to wind up, and as usual, I'll tell you to stay home. You will stay home so that you can be safe and take care of yourself.